scoot to the left a little bit. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Okay, so from now on, lens on the left, my left, controls on the right. Okay. Now we got it. Sorry I'm late. Was doing laundry, fell asleep, bad back, couple phone calls, conversation, fell asleep. I'm here now. Hi. Justin Timberlake, Justified album. Damn good. That's all. Have a good night.
Peace out.
But tonight is your show, guys. This is what you guys want to talk about. And, of course, also what we want to talk about. Because we are very opinionated people. So, I put it out there earlier because Ty made me do this because he told me last night, you better do this or I'm going to fuck you up. And I was like, bruh, I'm a Christian. I don't appreciate you trying to tell me what to say and what to do. I didn't look up any of this because I was working today, working with clients. Had to terminate one client because he's getting double services and he's getting double free services. Like, that's not how we roll.
Right.
Anyway, so topics of discussion. Lil Peep overdose. I didn't know who Lil Peep was. This is from Cam, my buddy DJ Cam. I actually looked this up. I didn't look up the overdose, but I looked up the. He had like a couple of songs.
And I didn't know who he was either until.
Did you look him up too?
Yeah.
He apparently mixes like emo with hip hop.
Yeah.
I kind of found him sounding like Kurt Cobain, a little bit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Did you think about that too, or is that just am I the only one?
I didn't get that feel, but I felt the kid was talented.
Mm-hmm.
I felt he was talented.
Mm-hmm. There was a song. I should have pulled it up already. I'm pulling it up now. Shut up. Why don't I just yell at people? I drink a lot. And I cough a lot. So yeah, he's dead at 21 years old. Ain't that something?
While he's pulling it up, I don't think his death is sparking a conversation about drug culture and hip hop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've had that already.
We've had that talk for a while. I think the part that stood out to me is I looked up a lot of his songs, a lot of his lyrics, and he didn't just promote drug culture. He talked a lot about his struggles with drugs and like how he felt alone and how he felt like he needed drugs for an escape and how he wanted to be accepted by everybody.
Yeah.
So that part really caught me off guard because that's not talked about a lot.
Depressing as hell.
It is depressing.
I find that to be more in the, and I'm not trying to be racist because it's not a supreme or inferiority thing. It's more of just a, I guess, specific genre. I find emotions to be more discussed in the white hip hop artists section of hip hop, even if they're different. Like even though Lil Peep is not Eminem, who's not Slug from Atmosphere, who's not Brother Ali, who's not Idea, but they all talk about their emotions. Like I don't see Ice Cube really talking about his emotions. Tupac, yes. Tech Nine, yes. But would you ever have Ice-T talk about today I was sad? Man. 6 o'clock in the morning. Dog is dead. Word. No, he's not going to do that.
Okay, I must be weird because the rappers I listen to are very emotional rappers.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm talking about to talk about it, But
like, who do you listen to that's emotional that's not white?
Okay, you got a Joe Budden who talks about emotions all the time.
He does?
He's a very emotional rapper.
Wow.
He talks about, like, his, his struggles. Is
he bipolar?
I don't know. He might classify himself as bipolar. Royce the 5'9" talks about emotions all the time. Talks about abuse, drug abuse, family abuse, like all the time.
Oh, damn.
If you listen to his new stuff too, his song about how he lost his grandmother and he had a child born at the same day, and he met Eminem that same day. Like in that song.
Oh wow, that's
so he's talking about
that's emotion overload.
Yeah, emotion overload in the hospital. So his son was born in the same hospital his grandmother died in. And meeting Eminem the first day of his first concert ever. His first live performance ever. So all happening on the same night. Who else? M1 talks about emotional and mental stability all the time.
From Dead Prez?
Yeah, from Dead Prez. Okay. I don't know. Like, I kind of find my genre talks about it a lot.
Okay.
You know,
I wasn't hating. It was just more of just something I thought.
You know.
I see him being way more political and sometimes.
But he's in touch with his emotions.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like,
yeah,
you get that a lot with white rappers, but that's because that's their fan base.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because I guess the emo thing is definitely white artists, not black artists, really.
Yeah, because you got like techno, you got a lot of these different music genres that they focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I'll let you play it. But definitely emo.
Oh, totally. Let's hear him. See, it's not the Kurt Cobain that's singing. It's the part before that.
Yeah. No, every Kurt Cobain song started off with that.
Yeah.
You know, that build up. And Eminem did that a lot too. Did that, not anymore. He did that slow build up in his rhymes.
So funny, like I never heard of this guy before today. I mean, probably not music I would play on a regular basis, but I can see why people would like it. I can peep it. Like last week, I played when I was with Ashley. We played this kid named Nathan Jarvis, young hip hop kid. I mean, he looks like a skater.
Yeah.
But he just fucking flips it. Just dope. Like, damn. Get it, dog. I ain't even mad at you. But anyway, so thanks, Cam. Lil Peep passed away today. I don't know what else to say about that except don't do drugs, guys. I guess it was an overdose. So yeah, definitely don't do drugs. I'm not going to do that one or that one. It's funny. I'm not watching football, so I can't really talk about it too much. I am still watching the NFL on YouTube, old NFL games. I mean, I'm downloading highlights just to kind of pass the time away so I don't feel so alone on Sundays. Is that bad?
Isn't that bad that our Sundays was straight up football?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what to do with myself half the time.
So you're not watching either still?
No.
How long are you going to go? All season?
I don't know. To me, it's not about Cam anymore. To me, it's all about the effery that's going on in the NFL right now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it just sickens me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with the players though now.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like the players hijacking the narrative by taking a knee because of what Trump said. That ticks me off. So I'm kind of like in this like weird space, you know.
Yeah.
Like I have friends in NFL, like people I know in NFL, you know. Like so my whole thing is like I root them on, I cheer them on, I want them to do good, I want them to be all they can be. But I just want them to just like stand up, like all of them, just to be like, you know what, Jerry Jones, like get him out of here.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like people like
fire
that.
all of us.
Yeah, like people like that. Like seriously, like grow a pair. Really grow a pair.
And dudes like Des Bryant said, I got a family to feed. N-word, please.
You got $80 million. If you quit today, you mean tell me you need all that money?
Yeah.
Like so far in his career, he's made $80 million. So you can't live off that now, bro, for the rest of your life.
And it's Texas, so it's tax-free.
Exactly. For the rest of your life, you can't live with $80 million. $80 million.
I got mouths to feed. Nigga, they got jobs to get.
Right? They got jobs, right? Right? I'm pretty sure that $80 million to put a few people through college.
Seriously.
To make a lot of cheese. Entertainment lawyer. You know, people floss way too hard.
Oh,
like I love watching videos of David Banner. Oh man.
Wow.
Watch YouTube videos of David Banner. He calls out everyone in the industry.
Oh really?
Because like nobody's making money in rap and hip hop anymore. Nobody. And if you're remotely conscious, you're definitely not making any money.
Oh yeah, because ain't nobody pumping your shit in the club.
Right? So nobody's making money. So like people don't know like, oh, David Banner, you talk about God, you talk about this, and you talk about Black Power and not Black Power, but Black Empowerment. Sorry, people have to know the whole word is Black Empowerment. Sorry, don't want to scare anybody up. Right? So they talk a lot about that, and then David Banner thinks nobody thinks he's making any money, but that's not true. He owns a media company.
David Banner?
Yeah, and he makes more money in his media company than he said he's ever done in rap. Ever.
Interesting.
He's done a lot of like Pepsi commercials, Gatorade commercials, commercials like the audio and the music for the commercials that aired during the Super Bowl. He's done a lot of crazy stuff like that.
Why not?
So he said that's not where he gets his money from. He gets his money in entertainment and media. Entertainment.
I ain't mad at him.
So that's you diversify, of course. But I think that's where people should be on. But I'm just kind of mad at NFL for that reason. You know,
I totally hear you.
Players, owners, Goodell, everybody.
Do you think Roger Goodell is the reason why overall that the NFL is just where it is? Like, I'm watching games, like I said, from 88 to like 92, 93. There were flags getting thrown. Me and Ashley were watching the other day. Flags getting thrown for hitting with the crown of your helmet. Hitting someone in the face with the crown of your helmet. You know, a bad hit on a receiver, you know, a defenseless receiver, or something like that. And I'm like, wait a second, these rules were kind of in place already with Tagliabue. Because
they were.
Goodell didn't come in until 2003, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So Tags was already in there because he took over for Rozelle, I think, in the 70s or 80s. Yeah, probably like in the 80s, I think. Mm-hmm. Then took over and was there for already. And so, but that was like way before the concussion stuff. But they knew. I think they knew. Like,
Gail Sayers has been suing for concussion protocol since the 80s, bro.
That's what I'm saying, is they knew, like, oh, if you hit with the crown of your helmet.
That's
what I'm saying.
So the data was there.
Yeah.
The research was there.
But I don't think they were letting the players know, other than just like, hey, you're going to get flagged for that because it's, I don't know, unsportsmanlike.
But Dosh has a really good question. They should just stay in the locker room until the actual game starts.
That's what we used to do anyway.
But they did anyway.
Yeah.
Up until 2009, that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
People are up in arms about this. Like, it kills me when I see old white men and old black men talk about, it's American that we stand in flag. I'm like, you've been going to the NFL, going to games since 1974, and you didn't see one player stand up for national anthem until 2009, and you act like that's commonplace.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just dismissed them. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Kick rock somewhere.
I went to...
You were in the concession stand getting hot dogs during the national anthem.
People do it all the time. Bathroom concession stands.
It's a good time for a break. Good time for a bathroom break.
Always. You got at least 2 minutes, but someone's going to try to hit that, and the rocket's red. Yeah. You know. Anyway, yeah, I think, what's his name? Goodell might be the reason why the NFL is where it is right now, because his poor handling of so many different things. God, that's a big moth. So many different things that he just handled poorly have driven people away from watching the game. Excessive rules and not owning shit. Mm-hmm. I have a problem with people who get called out for stuff and don't own it.
Oh, all the time.
I understand that he's in a position of power, very, very powerful position.
All the time.
To have to own his shit. But I think there comes a point where it's like, if you start doing the right thing, you don't have to own your shit later. Feel me? So
all the time with him, especially. I
had a conversation last night with someone, and I can't go into the details on camera. But the issue was of childcare. And this person was very inconsistent with their care for their child and providing a service for their child. And wanted their child to now contribute. This child's older, so they could financially contribute if they wanted to this thing that the parent suggested. But that was never the issue to begin with. It was like, you told the kid to do this. Now you're saying, well, now I want you to pay for it too. Well, that was never the thing. And then it was like, well, I only want you to go twice. Like, you keep changing the parameters. Yeah. At first it was like, just go. Now it's like, well, I want you to pay. Then it was like, well, you've gone twice. That should be enough. Then it was also, you should have also told me what was going on.
Oh, Rick is on. He's done watching Stranger Things.
Oh,
sorry.
That's all
intro
that. But it was just one of those things like, you need to be consistent, not consistently inconsistent, but consistent with your leadership, especially as a parent, right?
Yeah.
Like if you tell your kids you love them while you're spanking them, that's really weird and inconsistent. You know, they're gonna be like, I don't understand if I want you to love me anymore. Then you know what I mean? So with Goodell, I don't know if people really trust him to be the leader that he's supposed to be for the NFL if he can't get a fucking Ezekiel Elliott suspension right, or Ray Rice.
That, though.
I mean, I always go back to the Ray Rice one. You knew everything, then you saw it, and you were like, okay, well, we're going to triple it.
No, we saw it.
Well, oh, okay.
No, he saw it.
I didn't know he saw it before.
We saw it. They lied. That already came out.
Oh, okay.
Well, we saw it, and like, we have to do something. Mm-hmm. Because everyone saw it now. We have to take accountability. Rick says, "Can we talk about Stranger Things 2?" No.
No.
I have not seen the whole thing yet.
I've already seen it, and I've talked to people about it already.
Really? I haven't watched it.
Rick,
Please.
why don't you call me tomorrow? Just kidding, he's not going to call. Justice League's out tomorrow. Send Goodell to the Upside Down. The Upside Down is this thing inside of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's season 1 and then season 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Roger Goodell. Come. All right. What else are we going to talk about? Trump and getting impeached. You see that video?
Yes, I've seen the video.
Talk about it.
I don't know.
Want me to play it real quick? Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, 2 days ago. Wow. Sure takes a while for the things to get around the internet.
Yeah, but the House Dems, they're worthless. They're trash. They don't make up enough to get him impeached.
Maybe Republicans will join in too. What do you mean? Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. That's indigestion.
Why are you saying this is worthless?
That's indigestion.
Okay, let's see.
Did you hear they're trying to kick Jerry Jones out? Yes.
Yes.
The NFL is trying to kick Jerry Jones out.
Good luck. Because he doesn't want Roger Goodell to renew his contract.
Yeah, and they're chairman though. The NFL owners are chairman, right? Of the NFL.
Right.
So they all have a say in what goes in the NFL. Because they're the ones that the chairmen are the owners who go against the Players Association, right? Like, isn't that how that works?
Mm-hmm. Which is so funny. Like, it shouldn't even be a going against, but it totally is.
It is. We know. It's not a...
We want more money, and we want to keep you from making more money, and if you guys will play for free, we'd love that.
Well, who's the last president that really got impeached? Have we had a real impeachment besides
Clinton?
Nixon?
Clinton got impeached. But
Clinton really get impeached, though? Was it really an impeachment, though?
I thought he did.
I need to Google that.
There was an attempt.
Right, good luck. I like that one. Nice play on words there. Goodell, good luck.
Oh. Clinton.
No, did Clinton really get impeached?
I thought he did.
I think he had the hearing, but it was the end of his term. He's like, I don't care, I'm leaving anyway.
Impeachment of Bill Clinton. There it is. House of Reps, December 19th, 1998, against Bill Clinton, 42nd President of the United States, on 2 charges, one of perjury, one of obstruction of justice. Trump should have been there already. These charges stem from sexual harassment lawsuit filed by Paula Jones. 2 other impeachment articles.
Failed.
Oh, it failed. Okay, so no, it says filed.
Failed in the House. It failed.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like, it wasn't impeached. It was failed.
Failed and filed looks so similar,
right?
Well, leading to the impeachment. See, so it was there. So he was impeached.
He was impeached, but he wasn't convicted.
Right. So if you are convicted, what does that mean? That means you're out?
That means your presidency is null and void and we can go back to regular life?
Does that
before Trump-a-lumpa?
Does that mean Daddy Obama comes back?
No, that means Pence. Why are we going after Trump? That means we get Pence.
Because I don't want to be penched off.
Right? But we get Pence, though. Like, what's better?
I understand. I think he probably wouldn't be breaking the rules as much. I think that's my biggest issue is one, representation of the United States.
Pence come from a state that
I know they want to kill gays.
They want to kill gays.
I'm fine with that. No, I'm kidding.
I do not endorse this message.
I'm totally kidding.
No, we know the VP steps up, but we don't want that Pence. We don't want Pence anymore than we want Trump.
Well, see, but Pence isn't insane like Rick is saying. And I agree with Rick.
He is insane. He comes from a state, my state, Indiana, where they want to kill gays, and they think that if a woman is raped, she has to have the baby because you can't get pregnant from rape. Remember? You can't get pregnant from rape.
Yeah, you can. He's awful, but he doesn't represent an existential threat to life.
He represents an existential threat to women.
He does. And I agree with that. But I don't know if those kind of things would pass across the country. And I'm tired of white nationalists supporting Donald Trump.
And he believes that marijuana is a gateway drug.
It is. A gateway to fucking fun. Oh, should I not have said that? Sorry, hold on.
Mike Pence. I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of my people in Indiana are suffering right now because of Pence.
No, you're from Illinois, Chicago.
No, I
Chi-town.
love Chicago.
I don't know what your problem is.
I love Chicago.
Why don't you pick one? Are you from Illinois or Indiana? Or around?
I don't, to be honest, I don't know. I was told I was born in Gary, Indiana, which that's where I went to elementary school.
Wasn't there
That's where I
shooting
grew
there
up.
recently?
Yeah, really bad.
What's with
At
you
a club.
people shooting everyone?
Seven people were. You were talking about that.
We did?
No, I was talking about that on somebody else's page.
Oh, ow, my feelings.
But it was, I guess 7 people got shot or something, and then somebody. No, it was on your page.
Oh, okay.
And somebody said that 7
that's
people
right.
isn't considered a mass shooting. And I was like,
Yes,
well,
it is.
technically, according to FBI.
He said, yeah, they changed it. It was Scott Lashman.
Yeah. Well, they just changed it this month. But
No,
but
fool.
no. They did change it this month.
No, it was.
Yeah, they did change it this month.
It was 4 days ago.
What did he say?
Nightclubs
I married
was-
into Indians. What does that mean? Oh, Indiana. I was like, what? I didn't even say
Well, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
No. It to me, Rick, is no like delineation. I have just as much family in Chicago than I have in Indiana, but I went to school in Indiana, but my love is for Chicago. Like seriously.
Michael Jordan, I know. Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, right?
No, it was waiting for Michael. Michael Jordan was an afterthought when I was a kid.
Oh,
Like
really?
he was starting to be somebody.
Oh,
But I was still like 85 Bears. Jordan was drafted in 84 or 86?
84.
84, yeah. So he was like rookie when I was in the Super Bowl shuffle as a third grader. You know what I mean? Like a fourth grader.
Really gulp.
Great autocorrect, right? Yes, it was. But my whole thing was
Hey, that's Scott Lashman.
yeah. But my whole thing was, I love, being from Indiana, but I didn't live in Indianapolis. Indianapolis was a 4-hour drive. Like I wasn't a Pacers fan or a Colts fan.
Notre Dame.
Yes, I was a Notre Dame fan.
Me too, still am.
Still am. Still am.
I think we're going to one of the bowls. Anyway, so yeah, Gary, Indiana, 7 people were shot, at least one sustaining serious injuries in a single incident early Sunday night at a club in Gary, Indiana. Authorities say one man involved in the shooting is in custody and officers are seeking another. Gary Police Detective Sergeant William has said. Police have described the incident as isolated. It's interesting, and I'm going to always bring it up every time. If these things keep happening, I mean...
Mona's funny. No, I was just reading her comment. Mona's funny.
Oh. If these things keep happening, how do we try to get them to stop happening the same way that we stop Muslims from coming into the country and happening and doing the same thing?
I don't know. I can't call it anymore.
Because if
It's
you're
embedded in our culture.
If you're going to... Right, I remember you said that a couple weeks ago. If you're going to make legislation or attempt to make a legislation or something, right, which I get to a degree, as long as it's accurate. And not just like, let's just pick all the Muslim countries except for the one I have business in. So...
Shout out to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, exactly, right? So if you're going to make legislation, then it should be the same thing all around and not just like, well, when the Muslims do it, let's make sure that they're all together, or we say that they're all together, or we say that they said Allahu Akbar, which is actually just a Muslim saying for, what is it, God be with me, or something like that. But it has nothing to do with ISIS. It just means a Muslim did something.
It's a call to prayer. That's all it is.
It's like me saying amen, or God help me, or something like that, or God forgive me, or
Basically.
God, why have you forsaken me? Like take something out of the Bible and then using it before I do something totally evil. All right? It doesn't mean I'm a Christian terrorist. It just means I'm a terrorist who's a Christian, or an asshole who's a Christian, right? Just like I don't think it makes him a Muslim terrorist. It makes him an asshole who's a Muslim who killed people. It doesn't make it terrorism per se, unless there's a political motivation. If his thing was death to all infidels, and then you're like, okay, I kind of see where he's going with this. This is definitely going to be politically motivated, and we can lump this into terrorism.
Yeah.
But if I just say, I don't know, fuck all y'all, start shooting, that's not terrorism. But I think it should be. So just because this guy didn't have a political motivation doesn't mean that, I mean, we're talking 7 people getting shot. That sucks. That might be an average weekend in some inner cities, I don't know. But still, that sucks. How do we keep this from happening still? Like, it just keeps happening. And it becomes this, Christians will say thoughts and prayers, but no legislation.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, but no legislation. To the point where I even see atheists and other people saying thoughts and prayers as a joke, kind of trolling, and I'm like, I get it. Because you get tired of tragedies happening, people saying thoughts and prayers, and nothing happens, and things keep happening again. You know what I mean? And it's just a little... I'm tired of it. And I'm sure the people who are suffering from their family members dying, their friends dying, I'm sure they're fucking sick of it too.
Yeah, but how about we just lean on one thing?
Like what?
How about the fact that America in general
loves guns?
No. How about we focus on everything else but the guns and see a change in all those other things? All the other issues that we have.
Like
America is no longer in the top 15 cumulatively in education, right?
Mm-hmm.
Math, reading, science, engineering, all that stuff.
20, 30, something.
Yeah, put it all together, cumulatively, we're in like the 30s, right? In the world, which we're supposed to be still leading innovation. So that's a misnomer. The fact that we're considered the police of the world, but we incarcerate more people than any other country by far. Like, I think they said like 2.5 million people in prison in the United States.
We are 14th in the full list of top 40 educational systems.
Okay, so that's better than what I thought.
South Korea, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, all Asian countries.
Finland.
Shout
out to my dogs.
UK.
I got dogs in Finland.
Wow. Canada, Netherlands, Ireland, Poland, Denmark, Germany, Russia, and then us. And then Australia, New Zealand, and Israel. Belgium, Czech Republic, and Switzerland rounding out the top 20. Interesting list, isn't it? I have seen us lower, like in 30s. I think it was specific subjects, whether it was math or reading comprehension.
Rick had a good point.
Don't politicize tragedy.
We can't talk about tragedy without people assuming we're politicizing.
That's the Republican. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. And it's like, we can never talk about it because now's not the right time. But like I said last time, right? It's been 3 or 4 of these in the last couple of months since Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas, Gary, Indiana. There was one in Frisco the other day.
Yeah.
There was one other one recently somewhere too. I can't remember where it was. But either way, that's at least 3 or 4 reported on national news where I'm finding out, and I live in Fountain Valley, California, right? So if I'm finding out, and this is just Fountain Valley, California, which ones am I not finding out about that I could research and look up and just, mass shootings in America? Matter of fact, there probably is a website for mass shootings in America.
Yeah, there's a website that tracks mass shootings.
Yeah. And
they calculate it, or they what do you call it? They classified mass shootings as 5 or 4 or more way before the FBI did.
Oh, that's why I was counting it that way.
Yes, because you were looking at that site like a month ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what this site is. I think it's
I think it's called Mass Shooting, isn't it? I don't know, Mass Shooting Tracker, which is kind of a crazy name for a website.
Mass shooting. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let me type in tracker.
Not to dismiss your comment earlier, Mona, about the Jackson 5 is some Gary claim it. I claim it all day long.
Dancing.
The biggest selling artist in the world grew up around the corner from my mom.
Prince?
I love Prince, but Michael Jackson is arguably the biggest selling artist in the world. I know.
All right, here we go.
Actually, Michael Jackson was born the same day and same year as my mom. Same everything. So they were born in the same hospital too, Mercy Hospital.
Okay, we're going to do number killed of people just in November, since November 3rd. That was the first mass shooting, which is 4 injured or more, I guess.
Let's do the math.
So it's gunviolencearchive.org.
12.
So 1, 2, holy shit, Texas. Oh, that was the other one, right?
Yeah.
29 killed. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 42 people have been killed in mass shootings, or I guess gun violence archive. Okay, so let me rephrase this because...
But they consider mass shootings with the death more than 2 a mass shooting. Does that make sense?
Okay, say it again.
If there is no death, then It was just a mass shooting, injuries.
Oh, I
then
see.
they consider that 4 more. Like C0, this is a mass shooting.
Okay.
But this one is considered a mass shooting because there was 2 deaths.
Everything at least equals 4.
Everything at least equals 4.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was a death, then yes.
I forgot where I left off. What did I say? 30, 40, something?
Yes.
And
you said 42.
Okay. Okay. The 42 killed in mass shootings. Injured, 12, 14, 21, 26, 28. Plus 8 is 36. Plus...
No, Mona, it's worse.
44, 49.
I'm a history buff.
69. Giggity. 69 plus 8 is...
I'm a history buff, so... how I look at it is Michael Jackson's the biggest artist and pop star in the world.
84.
Comes from Gary, Indiana, from my beloved town. The other aspect
92,
is people don't know about
96.
Gerald Hines. He was a real estate tycoon, which I read his book at a very young age. He was from Gary, Indiana. Comes from a poor Polish family in Gary, Indiana. His son is now taking over. He's passed away, but he is the biggest real estate tycoon in the world. Nobody owned more real estate per capita, acre wise, and square foot wise in the whole world besides the Queen of England.
She owns a lot of shit?
Well, they claim all of it. All the land they own, they claim it as land owned. So not even Donald Trump owns more land than Gerald Hines corporation and family held. So both of those people come from Gary. So I'm very, 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 very proud of that. I'm very proud of that. Just about every skyscraper in Dallas, he's either managed or had his hand in building those skyscrapers.
Oh, Rick is gone. Bye, Rick. He says, look up rational basis, intermediate scrutiny, and strict scrutiny.
I know, I'm going to...
Standards of review for whether a law is constitutional.
I'm going to jump into those hard times.
I don't know what any of that means, and he's really smart, and I let him do the talking. I'm glad he's not here, because it would just be you two, and I'd be like,
shut it down.
From the scene. Shut it down. Talking about football or wrestling?
You're right, but you're the one with the podcast, and we're the ones twirling our thumbs. Go figure how that works.
Alrighty.
Don't even...
So, back to Donald Trump and this whole, I know you said the House Democrats don't really do anything or whatever, or can't do nothing, but I'm going to play this little 46-second clip from thehill.com. 6 House Democrats on Wednesday launched the latest official effort to oust President Trump. Several
House Democrats.
Hold on, I'm not done reading. Introducing 5 new articles of impeachment revolving around the central theme that the president is a danger to the country. All right. Now we're going to go backwards a second. Here we go. All right. Y'all ready?
Articles of impeachment President Trump on Wednesday asserting that Trump has violated the Constitution. We're calling upon the House to begin impeachment hearings immediately. We have taken this action because of great concern for our country and our Constitution, our national security, and our democracy. We believe that President Trump has violated the Constitution, and we've introduced 5 articles of impeachment. The articles target Trump's firing of former FBI Director James Comey, perceived violations of the Emoluments Clause that bars public officials from accepting gifts from foreign governments, as well as actions, quote, undermining the judiciary and freedom of the press. Republicans slammed the Democrats' move Wednesday as a, quote, baseless radical effort.
I don't think that's baseless or radical. I don't know how much weight that'll carry. But everything that they said, I could immediately think of, yep, okay, got it. And I'm not really very political. I know this side of the show is very political, but that's not really my thing. My thing is really be... there we're back. Oh, we're trying to reconnect. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
What are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
It says trying to reconnect, and then it scared me.
No.
Okay, we're good then. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, this side of the show is very political, but as far as... me being very political, I'm not. But if I can point out the things that they presented as evidence to say that he's worthy of impeachment, and I'm not very political and I don't really study politics that much, how... I don't know, it just seems like a slam dunk. Now, granted, it's not going to be because it's politics. There's a lot to lose, a lot to gain, whatever. But, I don't know, it just seems like a slam dunk to me. Like,
if you
look at so simple.
If you look at one of your podcasts you did like a month ago, probably less than a month ago, I said it.
What'd you say?
I said they were going to go forward with the impeachment by the 20th, and it's the 16th. I don't know which one it was, but I know it was one we did like over a month ago. where I said by the 16th of November, or by the 20th of November, they're going to go forward with impeachment.
Is this the one where you were in the car and I was in my house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think, and yeah, because we were talking about that. Yeah, but I'm telling you, they're going forward with impeachment now is a good thing, but it's just going to open up a can of worms for other Republicans. So they're going to kill it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to kill it. Because Donald Trump has brought a lot of money to the Republican Party.
This is so interesting.
A lot of awareness to the Republican Party as far as, more lobbyists. Remember the whole drain the swamp?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't only not drain the swamp, he put more swamp in the swamp. So it's just what it is. It is what it is. There's nothing.
Betsy DeVos.
Right? Oh, that's a mean one. His own son-in-law.
Oh,
he's
God.
a swamp.
Yeah, he is. And then
his dad,
the two sons.
Oh yeah.
And then isn't his child, like his youngest child, like head of something security? Just kidding. Isn't he 7? Just kidding. But his
then
wife doesn't want to hold his hand, which I think is so
even
funny.
Ben Carson, like,
here, you handle the nigger side.
Right?
You handle the housing stuff. All right, there you
go. But the funny problem is that his own wife doesn't want to hold his hand.
Nope.
And the funny thing is, Bill Clinton can still get Hillary Clinton to hold his hand after all he's done.
Because, I'm good with you, Hillary. I did not have relations with that woman.
Just all the other ones.
Just all the other. Wait a second.
just all the other ones.
Oh.
But that one I did not with that one. This is not something black people say.
But I thought I was going to.
Right? I didn't touch her. All the other ones, but I didn't touch her.
Yeah.
Look at her. Would I touch her? But with all the stuff that's coming out in the news, we can't talk about that anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the news, like a lot of sexual touching. Al Franken today had a picture released of him from the 70s or 80s of him touching some lady on the boobs.
Louis C.K.?
While she was asleep. Yeah, Louis C.K., Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein. We already know the Bill Cosby stuff. Kobe Bryant. No, it was a long time ago. Who else? Elmo. Remember when Elmo was fucking up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever talk about Terry Crews? Or was that you talking about on your show?
No, I think someone else did. But, yeah, he was touched, right? No,
yeah, he was grabbed.
Up. He was
grabbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm not laughing.
But yeah, it's like I was talking to Ashley earlier. I said, "Who's next? Like, who's next to come out and be like, yeah, me too. I did it. I did this. I did that. Like, there's a lot. Okay, think about it.
But what's going on is weird though. Like the Louis C.K. thing is weird.
What was his thing? I don't know. I knew.
I don't know if it's too much for the podcast. I know. I don't know if it's too much for the podcast.
Well, did he masturbate on somebody? Did he?
Yes.
Ew,
like in the middle of a movie, he just whips it out.
Was he on a date? That's different.
Like, no.
Bruh. Bottom of the popcorn box? Bottom of the pop. Hey, girl. Reach in there and get that popcorn.
I cannot.
That's not sexual assault.
You're watching a movie with a chick and he just whip it out?
It's a sexual attempt. I've done that
It's
a million
an unwanted
times.
attempt.
Now, granted, it's been inside homes. Not...
On a first date? You watch a movie with a chick
Nigga, in
and
the
you
car
just whip it
before
out?
we even get out the car. Why is that wrong? Okay.
There's a vibe that women let off that says that that's okay. It's not okay just because you say it's okay.
I'm not a bad person. I just have bad feelings.
Wow.
You're right. There is a vibe that you need to pay attention to, almost like reading the room.
Yeah, but
like,
Mona's right. Reality versus witch hunt. Reality versus media attention.
So what does
like,
that mean?
you're crying because the dude whipped it out. Okay, tell him to put it back in his pants and going about your business. If you're traumatized by it, you got PTSD because he whipped it out. But the Harvey Weinstein stuff, that's crap. Like, that's crap.
Crap meaning he shouldn't have done that? Or
meaning, like,
meaning...
get him the F out of here. Like, he shouldn't have been going there. Like,
just checking.
Like, you're not going to get anywhere in Hollywood unless you, like,
suck me off.
Yeah. Like, no.
I'll tell you how Fox News tried to relate or connect Robert De Niro to Harvey Weinstein with that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'll tell you guys again. So, I was randomly watching Fox News because I was sick to my stomach. And I wanted to throw up, so I decided to put on Fox News. Now I was at a restaurant, and it was
Because it wasn't coming up fast enough, so he put on Fox
I'm
News.
not sick enough yet. Hold
Right?
on.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
It's like drinking some Alka-Seltzer.
Tucker Carlson. But no. So De Niro has been obviously very open about his hate for Donald Trump, and since Harvey Weinstein came out and had his issues, and De Niro has worked with Weinstein, what Fox News did with their little editorial opinion piece, right? Because it wasn't anything factual other than maybe the fact that De Niro and Weinstein had worked together. What they were trying to say was, well, since you two have worked together, maybe you knew about it the whole time, but you didn't say anything, so you're responsible too for this. It was like, hold on.
But he's worked with everybody.
Stop.
Right?
Yeah, come on. Dude.
But he's worked with Jay-Z. He's worked with
So
Russell
you sold
Brand.
drugs with Jay-Z.
Right? He's worked with every... Yeah. Like, get him out of here, too.
Yeah.
He walks around with a loss of security. Lots of security.
Oh, De Niro?
No. Tucker.
Oh, Tucker Carlson?
Lots
No, he wasn't the one who said it. It was actually a woman.
Oh. Yeah.
Another woman.
On his panel?
No, it wasn't even his show. It was some other random, like, 3 o'clock in the afternoon thing.
I got a good answer. Mona says, how do you siphon through all of it?
Like, how do you tell what's real and what's not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let the courts do that shit. That ain't my thing.
Exactly. The burden of proof is on the state.
I'll tell you this. This is so bad. You ever been to a nightclub before you were married?
I mean, a nightclub after I was married.
Let's specifically talk about
for story's sake.
Yes.
Story's sake. Okay. Yeah.
Well, and here's why. Because you get on the dance floor, you grab somebody, right? There are things you're going to be dancing like that are probably very sexually assaultive. Not intentionally trying to sexually assault.
That's a good word, sexually assaultive.
It's not your intent.
Sexually assaulty. It was rapey.
Assaulty in my game.
It wasn't rapey, it was assaulty.
It was a little rapey. It was a little
assaulty.
But I mean, and I think that's like the rape culture people talk about. Like, basically, you grab a chick, you start grinding on her because you love the song by Mystical, you know. It's been so long.
Oh, even that.
Get on the floor!
That was probably the wrong person to bring up. But anyway.
Oh, that's right. He had a rape charge, didn't he?
A couple.
Ooh.
And now he's back in for underage, whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's the wrong person to bring up.
For spacing?
He's in jail for spacing.
Spacing. Wow. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's
brother. No, some Lawrence Taylor. What is wrong with people? Look. Here's what I think.
Money brings out your true feelings.
If you feel like you need to rape somebody or sexually assault somebody, stay in the house and jack off. That is a
message.
Public service announcement by KJ from OC.
It makes you think clearer.
It does.
Get out your system and maybe that wasn't a good idea.
You know how many marriages I've avoided because I learned how to jack off at a young age? You know how many dates
So how many marriages would have had?
I've avoided 4.
He said I've avoided 4 marriages.
Yeah. And I think only 2 of them I really would have... No, that wouldn't have worked out at all. 2 would have been horrible, sure.
No comment.
Oh, did you ever meet the last one I was with? Your wife met her. God, she was such a... She was such a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, but... Yeah, but the old adage is line up all your exes.
And you get to see what your problems are.
And you get to see what your problems are, how crazy you are.
Yeah, well, I'm in therapy, so it's fine.
I need to be in therapy.
Well, I have a therapist for you in Newport. How much money you got?
I got some books over there we can trade.
She might work on a barter system with you. That's all I can do. But so Louis C.K., is accused by 5 women of sexual misconduct. This is from the New York Times. He says these stories are true. Holy shit.
Yeah, he said it was true.
Wow. That's a trip.
He admitted to it, owned up to it. He said I was creepy.
Wow. Well, I'm not going to argue with him. He says in 2002, a Chicago comedy duo, Dana Min Goodman and Julia Wolof, landed their big break, a chance to perform at the U.S. Comedy Arts Festival. Louis C.K. invited them to hang out in his hotel room for a nightcap. After their late show, they did not think twice. The bars were closed, and they wanted to celebrate. He was a comedian they admired. Women would be together. His intentions seemed collegial. Oh, like college. Okay. As soon as they sat down in his room, still wrapped in their winter jackets and hats, He asked if he could take out his penis, the women said. They thought it was a joke and laughed it off, and then he really did it. He said in the interview, he needed to take off all his clothes and get completely naked and started masturbating. Wow.
See, that's kind of rapey.
Like, it's one thing to whip it out. Like, gotcha. You gonna do anything with this? No? Yes? No? Put it away. Why are you leaving? But to take everything off, start jacking. Did he think? I don't know what he thought.
And this 2005 one is the best.
Oh, hold on, I'll get to that. Okay, so in 03, invited him to one of her shows. Some lady invited him to one of her shows. During the phone conversation, he said she could hear him masturbating as they spoke. That's gross. Another comedian, Rebecca Corey, said that while she was appearing with Louis C.K. on television pilot in 05, he asked if he could masturbate in front of her. She declined. Are you kidding me?
Well, at least he asked.
So that makes him a polite rapey?
Polite rapey.
This is just weird. Like,
What did you said?
Dude.
Oh my God, KJ. What was she saying? Oh my God, too.
I don't know. I probably said something stupid.
Yeah, you guarantee you did.
Speaking of sexual assault in Christians, this one was sent to us by Eric. Who are you texting? Is
I'm
that the
texting
wife?
your mama.
Oh, tell her hi. Are you texting me? Why is my shit going off?
I'm not texting you.
Why is my shit going off? Oh, you're texting yourself?
No, I'm not texting myself. I'm working.
Why do you stop working and work?
I'm working and working.
With your
You guys
dual
ask me stupid
paychecks.
questions.
So have you heard of the Alabama senator, governor, whatever, Roy Moore? He's running for some seat on something. He can sit on a bike without a seat. Apparently, he had sexual relations or contact or whatever you want to call it with underagers 20, 30 years ago. And then it's just coming out now that he did these things. And Christians / Republicans / supporters of Roy Moore are just on the books of saying, you know, it's the girl's fault. Why are you taking so long to say? Like, it's like the most jaw-dropping shit that I've ever heard. Because when someone says I've been sexually assaulted or raped or what have you, right? It's not supposed to be that, well, what take you so long to say something?
Yeah.
That is the least empathic thing you can say. Not empathetic, that's not a word. It's empathic. That's the least empathic thing you can say is what took you so long. Holy shit.
But I don't get it though.
What?
I don't get
Why
the
people take so
whole
long?
correct thing. I don't get that.
What do you mean?
Where like people were smashing their Keurig coffee machines and all that.
Okay, so, okay.
And
From what I understand and what I gather, I could be a little bit wrong. I don't know where Eric is. Eric should be here right now. Keurig, I think, was a supporter or a sponsor of Tucker Carlson.
oh, okay.
And he apparently backed Roy Moore, but
so they
then
pulled their sponsorship.
yes, and so people are like, oh, well, screw that. Really? All right. So you guys are in favor more of a guy who doesn't really come out and say he's against, you know,
But didn't he win though?
Roy Moore?
Yeah.
I don't know if he won.
Didn't he win his seat?
That'd be horrible if he did.
I thought he won his seat.
Let's find out.
He won his election.
He sounds like you played football for like the Lions. Former Chief Justice Roy Moore.
Talking about Herman Moore?
Yeah, I know. Huh? Micah Moore. Oh, that's funny. I know Micah Moore. Judge Roy. I guess he's a judge, or used to be a judge. Foundation of Moral Law. It's probably based in Christianity. Our morals are better
What are
than
we
yours.
gonna do, guys? What are we gonna do with this whole using social media to create using social media to create a spin, like a spin cycle. Like most of this stuff, is spin, right?
I wouldn't say most. I'd say a lot.
I would say a lot of it is spin. I would say there are truly people out there that were hurt by this, and the rest of it was just, you know what? Me too. Like, I want to get my story out too. And if it really didn't affect you.
But here's the thing: if it really happened, that's what matters to me. Like, whether she was 14, 15, and he was 32, whether she agreed with, she's like, no, I'm really fine. you still fuck with a 14-year-old at 32 years old, or whatever age you were in your 30s.
Oh, so I'm mixing it up. So he's the one that's banned from the malls and stuff like that?
I don't know.
There was one that's banned from the malls that can't go to malls because he would go to the malls and try to pick up young girls.
It's nasty.
Really have sex with young girls, like 12, 13, 14 years old at malls. Like to the point where he was banned from a couple malls.
Good. It should ban him from life.
So I think it was him. So that part, yeah, that bugs me.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, just because, the other person said, yeah, okay, let's do this, even if it's illegal, it's illegal. Don't do it. Duh.
Yeah, but illegal and moral law are two different things. Legal and moral law are two different things.
That was the other thing. People were using Jesus, Mary, and Joseph as a way to say it's okay to have sex with an underage woman because Mary was underage and Joseph, and they created Jesus. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
First of all,
I actually screenshot
if you
it.
literally believe the Bible, Joseph never had sex with Mary.
She was a virgin.
No, the word that they use in the Bible for virgin, and this is where Christianity is like split. Like literally, like certain denominations of Christianity will go to blows over this, over Mary. If you Catholics, Orthodox, Pentecostals, and Baptists, they're all split on this. The word for virgin in the Bible, like that word, if you look at the Hebrew Judean lexicon, means perpetual virgin.
What does that mean?
Meaning that she never had sex.
Okay.
But in the Bible it says Jesus had brothers and sisters. So Pentecostal Christians
After
would
he
say,
was born?
yeah, after. So then they would say Jesus has brothers and sisters. But Catholics and Orthodox would say, no, he never had brothers and sisters. He was an only child. They said she was a perpetual virgin. So they said she was never touched.
Never touched until that point of...
No, perpetual virgin means that she died a virgin.
Oh.
She never like laid down with a man.
See how you have to ask questions when you don't understand something? You gotta ask questions.
Yeah, no, they're saying she's a perpetual virgin means she was always a virgin. So that whole thing, you have to look deeper into that story. I would say that's a good story to look deep into.
I would just go to gotquestions.org, type in Mary,
and then go for it.
And Mary Virgin. That sounds like
someone's
But then
it depends on which religious sect you belong to, which denomination you belong to tell you what's right or what's wrong. No one knows the answer to the question, but that's just what they believe.
Then it becomes this, well, if this one is right and this one is wrong, then what does that mean other parts of their culture, their church culture, is wrong as well? That's interesting. It's scary, isn't it? But if you change one thing, like if you tell Catholics to stop praying to Mary, it's going to change a lot of things. They're going to stop praying to the saints. They're going to stop making idols out of saints.
Yeah.
They're going to stop doing a lot of things. Hopefully like a domino effect. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, people are literally using Mary and Joseph as a way to back Roy Moore and say, well, they did it, so why can't he? It wasn't illegal then, huh? Isn't that stupid? Crazy. Like, who doesn't think that? Like, that's stupid. Like, I know he's from Alabama, and I don't think that Alabama's high up there. What? On the education and intellectual. Stop. I'm serious.
Stop.
Tell me intellectuals you know from Alabama. Go. Tell me.
Big Crit.
Who?
Big Crit.
He can't spell his name right.
Big Crit.
Yeah. He's an intellectual?
I think, in my opinion, yeah, I think so.
No, you're not an intellectual on my level. I don't even know. What does he talk about that's so intellectual?
Everything. Like, he really is a very intellectual dude.
So that's one out of how many millions of people to live in Alabama?
David Banner's from Alabama. I would say he's an intellectual.
Okay, so that's two black men.
Tayo Lopez.
Who?
Tayo Lopez. He's a political rapper. He's from Alabama.
Why is everyone a rapper that's intellectual right now?
That's what I know.
You need to expand your horizons, brother. I want you to find a scientist.
You said name
Intellectuals.
Tio Lopez, not Tio Lopez. But you told me
I
to
want
name people that's
Okay.
who I know.
Name me a scientist from Alabama.
Maybe there's a...
Bill Nye.
Oh, okay. The
Airman.
Tuskegee Institute is in Alabama, so I'm pretty sure
It's
you're
a
going to
college.
find...
Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure you're going to find intellectuals
there's also
at
the
college.
University of Alabama, too. Do we want to bring them up, too?
No, but there are intellectuals in...
I'm a lineman.
There are intellectuals in Tuskegee Institute. There has to be. There has to be.
One would assume.
No, I'm not assuming.
One would assume.
Yes.
I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm saying one would assume because it's a university, right? Okay. You want to punch me so bad. You're like Ashley.
My
You can't bring family into it.
My
No.
Aunt Geraldine. I
you
consider
can't bring
her
family into
a
it.
very, very wise woman beyond her years.
Not fair. Because now if I say no, then I'm an asshole who's dissing your family. That's so not fair. That's not even fair.
No, she'll just rewatch this and come kick your ass. So
I'm gonna fuck you up. You think you somebody.
and she's all of this tall and this big, but
She got a boyfriend?
she's all of 70 years old. But,
She got a boyfriend.
she has a husband.
Is he bigger than me?
He's about our size.
I guess she's still married then. Speaking of not married anymore, O.J. Simpson.
Why don't we got...
That's such a horrible segue.
That's a very horrible segue. I've never thought we could segue my family to OJ. I've never thought that would happen in all my life.
I'm sorry.
This is the first time for everything, right?
It was the last topic we hadn't discussed, and I try to always find something that relates to the last thing we said to the next thing I'm trying to say. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Speaking of not married anymore, wow. I'm sorry, that was not a joke on death, but anyway. This one was brought to us by Cam as well. I hope people are still watching. OJ apparently Simpson rails at getting banned from Cosmopolitan Hospital. Did you hear about this?
No, I did not.
This was like a week ago. Ooh, she looks hot. Who is that? Crazy hot bod mom. Hot mom bod.
It's the singer.
Guess the singer behind this selfie? Hold on.
Britney Spears?
Hold on. Is it? She looks blonde.
You and this TMZ.
I'm not even into TMZ, but this is a really hot body.
Yeah, you don't go to TMZ a lot, do you?
No. Is this...
You're supposed to scroll that way.
Oh. Who is it?
Told you.
It's Britney Spears?
That's Britney Spears.
She looks hot.
Isn't that... Is it?
That's not her. It is Britney Spears right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. This looks amazing.
She has money, of course.
Well, good for her. I want some money. She's still with that Federline guy?
Really?
What? He's still fat? That means I have a chance, too. Alright, I did nothing wrong. Where have we heard that before, OJ? Oh. Mona, I counseled battered women, which was accepted by the church. Oh, very cool.
Wait.
She might be far behind.
No, I don't understand what she's saying, but accepted by the church, being battered was accepted by the church? Is that what she's saying?
I don't know. Maybe she'll hear this and be like, oh, let me tell him what the hell I was talking about. So that's the thing I hate. There's a delay. Like, I don't know if I can fix it and make it better.
Yeah, because I try to follow on the comments, but it just doesn't work. Because
Yeah.
the comment is delayed too.
Yeah.
But OJ did nothing wrong.
As always. Alright, we're going to play this clip from OJ talking shit. Oh, apparently he got kicked out of the hospital, hotel, not hospital, excuse me, for being drunk and belligerent.
OJ, what happened to Cosmo the other night? What happened to Cosmo? Man, you know, I'm going to say something because it ain't right, man. Some things ain't right, man. Nothing happened at the Cosmo. And if the legitimate media would pay any attention, to take any time to double check any stories instead of running with these stories by these tabloid stations, it's a complete lie. They just totally lie to everybody. Then I got to watch the legitimate media that says OJ going back to jail. OJ broke his parole. But on
know guys, I was in prison. I saw guys come and go. I know these guys are gotta be overworked. These guys had to come and talk to me, had to go to the hotel, and what did they find out? The story was totally bogus. I'm always nice to everybody. You can't find one person in this town.
Oh, in this town. He cleared that up. He cleared that up.
Look, security in the back.
They don't want me to come there, I won't come there. But they don't want me. It ain't because I was rude or drunk or broken glass or something. All of that was completely made up. And you can ask anybody that worked there.
So OJ is nice to everybody.
That was a completely bogus story.
Well, it sounds like he's not making that up. So I'll give him that. But what do you think about that? I mean, did you hear that he had some trouble recently, like in the last few days or last week? He got kicked out. Because I did, and I immediately thought, well, he's not black, he's OJ.
I did not hear it. But he's living his life. I mean, he spent all those years in jail. He's living his life.
I know, but
did he pay his debt to society?
Yeah, but once you get out, there's parole. It means sometimes you can't drink, or you can't be here, you can't be hitting, you got a curfew.
Yeah, but still, he's living his life. He's been in jail for all those years. The question everybody has to ask: Did he pay his debt to society? Oh, did he do it?
that was the first thing.
OJ did that. OJ did that. OJ did that. But did he pay his debt to society?
Oh, no. Oh, I lived in Idaho Falls, early 80s, predominantly Mormon and social mores versus actual blurred lines was crazy. It counts about women, which was accepted by the church.
That's every church, though. Until church gets rid of this patriarchal society that they adopted from the world, the church's view on marriage and all this stuff will be skewed. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This whole only men can be preachers or priests or rabbis and all this stuff.
Which is not true.
It doesn't make sense.
Read the book of Acts.
Only, choir boys and deacons and all this stuff only can be men. Yes, it's a presence set in that, but at the same time, for what though? For what? All it is tell women they're not worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Until the church gets rid of that, church can miss me on this whole, counseling people on marriage and, deeming who's worthy to remarry and, all that stuff and issues on divorce. No. The church in that respect, when it comes to equality between male and female, is flawed. It's flawed. I'm sorry, it's flawed.
Yeah.
They make certain strides, but it's flawed in my opinion.
Yep, I would agree with that. I think, people always go back to the church wants women to be quiet and service. I said, well, you actually have to look at the context of that verse and not just look at the verse itself. Because
what verse?
There's a verse, I think, in like 1 Corinthians 10:34, 33 or something like that, where it talks about women to be quiet in church and wait till you get home to ask your husbands these questions. Now remember, these are the letters between Paul and the Corinthian church.
Yes,
right?
I know, but
and so you have no context as to his reply. You only hear, "Oh, okay, this is what should happen." But I don't know if that was the intent. People might say, atheists might say that was the intent, and they were trying to control people.
Yeah,
trying to keep women down. Yeah. I think, well, no. I think it's just, why are we going to include the letters from the Corinthian church? That's not scriptural, because they were f***ing up. Remember, they were the ones who were letting the son-in-law or the son sleep with his father's wife and come to church and be like, we accept everybody. That wasn't the point. That's wrong, and you should have called that out instead of accepting it. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've read the Bible a little bit here and there, whatever. I kind of get some stuff. And so you churches, be careful when you start saying, we accept everybody. Well, why? There's some sins you should not be accepting. I understand people are going to mess up here and there. Things happen. But if you just say, well, you can still come to church and everything's fine. No, everything's not fine.
Yeah, those African church videos where I saw this one where this lady said a demon came and visited her in the middle of the night and it like attacked her vagina or something. So the pastor of this church
no, he didn't. No.
Had her stand in front of the whole church.
No.
Had her lay on not the pulpit, but like the step right below, like right in front, the pulpit on the ground. And he had other deacons over to hold her down.
Yeah.
and he had his hand on her vagina, praying over it like that, and rubbing the demon out
What else
of the camera.
What else did he rub out?
Right?
Just saying is all I'm saying.
So-
you know what I'm saying?
My whole thing was, now you took yourself out. Turn the box. Yeah. So my whole thing was, what's blurred lines? You know, no pun intended.
Blurred lines. Hi, Eric. What do you mean, what's blurred line? Wait, what? Say it again?
What's blurred lines? Like, what's acceptable and what's not? Because he's a man of God, then, like, he can get away with that.
Oh, I see. Well,
that's acceptable. Some of those preachers shouldn't be involved in let in, accepted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think there are some people who need to be the hell out of the church because they are manipulating the church and the people and...
There you go.
Damn raccoons. Damn raccoons, man. Like in that video I played the other day, the Joyner Lucas one, by the $100 bill, one of the things that happened with the $100 bill was it ended up in a church, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was used as, I was going to say it as a tip. But anyway, so they were tipping in the church. Tip drill. And the pastor got it and took it and put it in his pocket. And then later went out that night and got some head from a prostitute. And he was like, Lord, forgive me. You're like, man, 8 hours ahead of time, Lord, forgive me. Hold up. This was not in the moment. You know what I mean? So, somebody like that, I would want to be my pastor. I understand there are certain things where you're like, I got caught up. That's my bad. I sinned. But getting a hooker is almost allowable in your situation, in your personal culture. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I haven't been to a strip club since
Guilty.
2009. Strip clubs are not in my personal culture.
Yeah.
They're in my personal neighborhood, but they're not in my personal culture.
The library?
No, there's... Anyway. The vanity room. It's very tempting to want to go in. But I told somebody the other day, I said, I thought about going into a strip club, and I got sick. Like, I literally got sick to my stomach. I was like, that would just be gross. Not
Why
naked.
would it be gross?
Naked women aren't gross.
No, I'm just
But
asking
just-
the question. Why would it be gross?
The strip club, it's just a... First of all,
Unsanitary?
if you got... Okay, the kind of guy I am. If you got to pay to see the pee, that's a knock against you. If I got to pay to see some pee...
Play. Swag, sir.
I'm just saying, bruh. The way I
Swag,
grew up,
sir.
I've never had to pay to see pee.
Swag, sir.
I'm just saying, if someone had it, I was going to see it. How can I get to the Tootsie Roll center of your Tootsie Pop? Do I need to give you money? Oh, no, I don't. I just need to wait a couple days? Got it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
I'm not going to pay you to show me your...
I'm glad you clarified that.
What do you think I was talking about?
In light of the current environment we're in, never mind.
Okay.
If somebody had it, I was going to see it. Like, you can't say that.
Oh.
Okay, Rick Ross.
Well,
She didn't even know it.
I don't even know that song. I don't like Rick Ross.
When he...
I can't stand Rick Ross. I'm so... Where am I? Here
When
we
he
go.
said he slipped something in her drink and she didn't even know it.
Oh, yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
I'm like, don't say
We don't do date rape.
Please clarify. Please clarify. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, I just I don't want to pay to see somebody naked because that means to me I don't have any skill. That's what it means to me. And I have not paid to see somebody naked since 2009, I guess. And I don't think I ever will again.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah. So I don't know how the hell we got on the strip club thing, but
Hey, OJ will do that to you.
OJ and Hennessy. Oh boy. Well, anyway, thanks for joining the KJ from OC podcast. I don't want to play a song because I don't want to get in trouble again. So what I will do is play something from Family Guy. It's so funny. He says, "Did I do a racism?" Have you seen this before?
No.
Oh God, it's so fucking funny. Oh, I probably should put the sound on.
We don't own the rights to this.
Yeah, but it's hilarious.
Okay, I'll remember the plan. Walk up just do a racism?
Is that funny?
It's not funny.
It's not funny?
Because you can't do a racism.
I know, that's the
so funny.
joke. That's the joke.
Okay.
You can't do a racism.
Okay.
Do I play it again?
Now I get it. Now I'll play it again.
Okay, you all remember the plan. Walk up wearing our Bill Cosby masks. Peter, that's President Obama. Oh, did I just do a racism?
That was, he did do a racism. That was funny. No, that was funny.
Obama. It took the black guy to recognize it, and the other three white guys like, oh.
Okay, yeah. That guy. Pudding Pops, okay.
Yeah, they do tons of stereotypes, and by the way, this is Britney Spears, which is so funny because TMZ, and now she's here.
Yeah,
Isn't
they're stalking you.
Well,
it's called Cookies.
I love Cookies. She is so cute. There was this girl I used to hang out with back in the day. She's actually on my Facebook friends list. She doesn't watch the show because I think she's a Republican. But anyway, my friends, when I used to bring her around, the homies, she's a white girl, they're like, why are you bringing Britney Spears around? Man, she's cute. I'm like, yeah, she is. I was trying to holler. But, like when you have, like, I don't know, I know life's different for you now, but I've had a lot of cute female friends, and it's difficult to stay friends with them when they're so cute. Like, it's really difficult. Sucks sometimes. Because you really want to date them.
The friend zone is like that.
But then like, this would never work. Like, when you really get to know somebody, you're like, you're crazy as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy as hell. Ashley called me immature the other day. Because I play video games. She didn't say I was immature.
She didn't?
But I made it about me.
She used other words, yeah. She used other words.
She said if a guy plays video games, I look at that as childish. I was like, for real? Like, you're 26, 27. Like, guys play video games in your age range. So everyone's a child? Come on. And then there's other video games. Remember Flappy Birds, Angry Birds, Farmville? Like, all these video games. Like, these are all video games.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, does that mean girls who play Farmville and all this other shit? Mafia, Facebook games, Words with Friends. Like, these are all video games. Are they gamers too?
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Because there's so much too. And even Facebook can kind of be considered a game, somewhat, because the game is, look at my life. Do you measure up? Me?
Farmville is a
I'm not
game.
cute. Yeah, Farmville, I used to get so many invitations for that shit. Way back in the day with my old account. Dude, stop shaking the table, DJ Shakes. DJ Earthquake. Anyway.
You need better equipment. No, I'm just not.
Stop bumping the table. Well, I guess we're done. I'm tired.
Talking crap.
Yeah. Last week was episode 100. This is 102. How you feel?
I feel good.
We won't be back next week because he won't be here. Where are you going to be for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. Around the corner somewhere.
You going to have...
No cooking, no family in town.
You guys are going to go to a restaurant?
No. One of Christina's friends is having something.
What time should I be ready?
So I'm just going over there. Hey,
Want me to watch
I'm
The
pretty
Boys?
sure they will be like more the merrier.
Well, you let me know.
He said watch The Boys. You're right. They're going to go over there and play with a bunch of kids, and I'm going to
So I can go
pass
too then?
out.
I can go too then? I can go
Okay.
too then?
I'll give you the address. You can stand in.
While you sit here and not watch the NFL?
Right.
Hey, we're going to end the show. We're going to watch some highlights from 1998. Donovan McNabb. Peace out.